Ayo, Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Just got a quick video, man. Just gonna be doing on basically on the word like compulsion, man. Cause like with this, you know, it's like well, it's a quote from a movie, man, like Watchmen. In it, there's a character Rorschach, and he's basically like he's a superhero, so called. And you know, he dresses up and he goes out in the dead of night and beats the shit out of people. And basically, like, when he gets caught, they drag him into jail. And then he says, like, the guy's trying to explain, like, why do you do this? Because the government's basically made it illegal for you to wear a mask and go around beating the shit out of people. And he said, look, this isn't something that we do because it's permitted. We do it because we're compelled. And that's like the same word, to compel, a compulsion. So I just, you know, I was like, with the word, it's the same thing. I did a video before on it. I just like, you know what, I'll just do a quick thing just going into the word. Because, you know, I like that's a nice theme. That's something to meditate on, man. That, like, basically we have no choice in the matter, man. Like, the elect, we're the hopeful elect. But, yo, the elect have got no choice but to get into this word, push this word, and do everything they can for this word, man. So let me read this on Merriam-Webster, and it says compulsion. It says, an act of compelling, tried to get, well, that's, yeah, a force that compels. You know, and that's like, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai basically put, like, you know, he says, he sealeth the instruction, like when whilst we're asleep. So he's basically forced us, compelled us to do what we have to do, man, to push this word out, man. And it says, number 2, an irresistible, persistent impulse to perform an act. So that's what this is, man. This word, if you're of the elect, it should be an irresistible, persistent impulse to basically have to be going out on the week on when you go out on the Saturdays to push this word, to basically be putting the shows out, be getting into the scriptures, getting into prophecy, getting into news, getting into all these different things. That should be a compulsion within you, man, because that's what this thing's about. That's about pushing out this word. About pushing them prophecies forward, man, and making sure, I'm hoping and praying them prophecies come to pass, man, soon. But let me read this, man, because, well, that's the word. I'll just get a scripture to couple with that. It's Jonah 1, and I'll start from verse 2. It says, well, let me start from verse 1. It says, now the word of Yahweh came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish and the presence of Yahweh, and went down to Joppa, and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it, to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh. But Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. Then the mariners were afraid, and cried every man unto his power, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship into the sea, to lighten it of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay, and he was fast asleep. So basically Jonah, he had the word came down onto him, but then he tried basically to resist it, man, the compulsion, and to run away from it. He was trying to run to Tarshish. But yo, the Lord sent a storm, and then basically afterwards, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I just want to keep the video concise. But basically, like, the Lord sent a storm, and then basically these guys cast lots, and the lot falls on Jonah, and it's revealed. Jonah says, look, man, yes, it's yo, man, it's the power of the Hebrews. He's basically sent the storm because I ain't doing what I'm meant to do. So then they chuck him overboard, and he gets eaten up by the whale. Well, I say by the whale, by the large fish, and he was kept in the belly of the whale for a matter of time, until, you know, he repented of what he did, basically. Then, like, the Lord sends a spirit on him again, and this time he doesn't resist it. I'll read that, Jonah 3 and 1, and it says, and the word of Yahweh came unto Jonah the second time, saying, arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. So Jonah arose and went unto Nineveh, according to the word of Yahweh. Now Nineveh was an exceeding great city of 3 days' journey, and Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey, and he cried and said, Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. So the people of Nineveh believed the Most High, and proclaimed a fast, and put on sackcloth, and the greatest of them, even to the least of them. And you know, I'll skip down. Basically, the king as well, he basically eats that. He's going off, and basically all the people repent, and then through Jonah's work, he basically kept the destruction back from Nineveh, because the men in Nineveh accepted all doing wickedness, and they repented of it, man. So then they basically got a pass on the judgment, man. So basically, what we're doing is, like, we're meant to be going out, they're doing the same thing, man. The elect are out there. We have to let them know, yo, if you in the world, you in Christianity, you in Islam's, you in the black conscious, whatever you're in, you need to come out of there, man, and come back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, to these scriptures, man. And that's our job, man. That's our whole purpose. The whole purpose of us being put on the earth was basically to push that out, man. And yo, that's a beautiful thing. That's why, yo, that compulsion is in you, man. You got to make sure you're getting out there. You're doing them vids. You're staying in the spirit, keeping up to date with the apostles and the videos. What's going on in Israel? What these different these wacky Christians might be getting up to. All those things were a compulsion, man. You know, I'll leave it there, man. I say all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double and the apostles and elders, GreatMillStone, man. Shalom.